Hi, Gemini. Sorry for the face. We're going to get into your twin flame reading. I am going to smudge. I usually smudge and everything before I record. Look at that. Wow. Usually I let this like burn off, so I might pause it. I'm going to pause the video and let this burn off and do my thing. Okay, so we're almost good to go. Look at that. I always like to show this to people. See if it'll come in clear. There you go. Turns into like this little hat. Look at how much it's off of the actual thing. It turns into a little hat and then it goes poof. I legit make sure it finishes before, like, I know some people wave it off and just get the smoke. Look at that. Okay. So we're just going to clear out any energy that isn't supposed to be in here, because there's some seriously intense energies happening right now. So I'm sure you've been feeling it on some level, but we're going to take a look at your connection today. It is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you. Some of it might be for someone else. You could be a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign, Gemini. If you don't know what any of those are, that's okay. If you're here watching because your twin's a Gemini, awesome. Maybe you're not even a twin flame. Maybe you are a soul in separation or soulmate, whatever. Don't worry about the label. Just worry about what actually resonates here for you. If it feels right, it's for you, okay? If it doesn't feel right, if it triggers you, feel into that. Work with it, okay? You can follow me on Instagram at Candy Wishman. The information's in the description box below, as well as I have a patron account that offers exclusive guidance to twin flames or souls in separation or people dealing with love, if you will. All right, let's take a look at the energy between the two of you. I do tend to read for the divine feminine with the other twin being the masculine, but again, take what resonates. The energy could be interchangeable. We got a couple here. Sisters of a season. Okay. So we have cycles of growth, natural law, and divine order. Okay. I do feel like there's a lot of karmic cycles doing their thing right now. We're really feeling it. So many things, especially I think there's a bunch of planets that are going in retrograde. Okay, so be mindful of that. There's a lot of planetary influence right now. But this too shall pass. This is just a cycle. This is just a moment in time. And then we have the Horse King. Okay, so the Horse King is very interesting because it's assistance and control. So what I get from this card is there's someone in your life or someone in your twin's life that is they seem to be helpful, but they're trying to assist or assist you or assist them, but they're actually being controlling. They're actually trying to control the situation. So it could be maternal energy, it could be whatever it is. It's definitely karmic energy, and karmic isn't always romantic. It can be family, it can be work, it can be whatever. It's usually just the intensity of the lesson that needs to be learned that makes it difficult. In the extended version, we're going to talk about hidden factors in the connection, and for those of you that know my stuff, know that I do extended videos for these. We talk about external factors, blockages being removed, and lessons being learned in this particular energy of this connection. We're going to get into your energy right now, though, Gemini. Okay, sort of kind of seeing where you're at with all of this, with this connection. What needs to be said in here? Okay, yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. I like it, though. Okay, look at that. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups on the bottom. This is relationships. This is, to me, two people coming together with two full cups. Like, these two are equals, okay? I feel like you've been doing a lot of work around considering yourself an equal in any situation that you're in. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. The reason I feel that way is because here we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is the divine masculine energy. We have masculine and feminine in all of us. We all have that. One will be more predominant or more natural than the other, but we have both. And I love seeing the divine masculine energy rise in you, whether you're male or female. There's no gender here, but whether you are whether you're the divine feminine or not, the divine masculine coming up is about leading confidence, leading your life with confidence, And I love even more that we have the Page of Cups here. For some, the Page of Cups is an apology card. Perhaps you're wanting an apology from your masculine. Perhaps there were things that didn't go quite as planned. Perhaps you're wanting to offer an apology to your masculine. Either way, feel into that. Because sometimes with apologies, we have expectations. And expectations, I swear to you, are the killer of joy. But I also feel like this is realigning with the vibration of love, okay? So being able to be confident and still loving at the same time is a beautiful balance between the masculine and feminine energy. So for those of you that have been really getting to work and doing the work, you should be proud of yourselves, because that's it's not an easy thing to do, okay? For those of you that are still wanting an apology, feel into that, okay? Because there's more to it than that. There's something about wanting an apology for someone that means our feelings need to be validated by somebody else. And sometimes it's nice to have that, but sometimes we have to validate our own feelings and know that they're valid regardless of how other people interact with us about them, okay? Okay, so what's important for you to know right now with this connection? What is important for you to know right now? Okay. Yeah. So we have the Fool. Okay. The Fool is somebody that goes out on their new beginning without anyone else's baggage. Okay. It's a new beginning. It's, sometimes it can be an energy of thinking you have all the answers and not being open or receiving to what's coming. I feel like there's a little bit of codependency here, whether it's yours or theirs. I'm not quite sure. It's probably mirroring in some way. We have the Nine of Wands here. So the Nine of Wands is sort of that persevering energy. So what's coming in right now is keep going, keep moving in the right direction, because we have the Devil here. Okay. So we have, what I heard was persevering through that codependence, persevering through the attachment. Know that even though it doesn't look like anything's happening, that things are very much happening, because here we have this Freedom card at the bottom of the deck, okay? So I feel like maybe it's important for you to know that the work you're doing matters, the work that they're doing matters, even though it doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot right now in this energy. Very interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at what subconscious energy is affecting you right now. Subconscious energy is the energy from our childhood, okay? So where we absorbed everything as the truth, and it altered how we see reality, okay? So, how someone might see you. Maybe they think you're so beautiful, but you think you're ugly. Okay, that's your perception of reality has been altered by the experiences you've had. Okay, and that subconscious energy, you could be doing a lot of work in consciously wanting something, but if deep down there's part of you that believes you're not worthy of this, or what have you, it's going to play out for you. It's going to play out in reality and can continue to affirm that deep part of you that believes you're ugly, or you're not worthy, or you're not an equal. Okay, so sometimes it's just good to know where that comes from so we can work with it. But what do we got going on subconsciously? Yeah. Okay, very, very interesting. All right, we have the Justice card on the bottom. We have the Karma card, okay? So things are a little bit imbalanced for you when you think about yourself. And this is why. We have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Empress, and they both came up upside down, even though all of my cards are right side up in my deck, okay? Yeah, when this card came out upside down, I heard it's not worth the effort. What is the point of doing all this work? Okay, I will never be this divine, feminine, whatever people expect me to be. And it could be that you have masculine tendencies because being feminine was something that was maybe frowned on, or an example, my dad comes from a generation that shames women. So for me, it was very difficult to be feminine and to be vulnerable in that way, because there was like this shame around it, right? And this isn't about blaming my dad or blaming your parents or whatever. It's just to give you a perspective about how I felt it wasn't really okay to be a woman, or to love myself, or to be vulnerable, right? So that's a subconscious thing. So if you've experienced those things, or you have some kind of trepidation around being divine feminine, and I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter what anyone else tells you what a divine feminine is. Your form of divine feminine is perfect for you. Whatever you deem that to be is your reality, okay? So you don't have to live up to this goddess energy if you don't feel like a goddess. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like a goddess, but it doesn't mean I'm not divine feminine. I don't know, right? So maybe look into that, feel into that, figure out, you know, where the hesitation lies, okay? Because it's going to serve you to be able to be balanced in both your masculine and feminine, and really honor all of yourself regardless of how you were made to feel about it. So in the extended version, we go into how you're being affected by the connection, as well as how you're viewing your masculine and the connection itself, or your twin. It doesn't have to be the masculine. You could be the masculine. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you are. Only you know that. Yeah. Okay, so let's get a look at where the other twin is at, okay? Now, if their sign comes up, awesome. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Again, it's what resonates with you. Does the message resonate? Okay. All right, so where are they at? All right. Very interesting. Okay, very interesting and not really all that surprising. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands energy. The Knight of Wands energy can be, yeah, because we have the Devil underneath. So this is a majority of where probably, I think it's very fascinating that what you need to know, because we have the Nine of Wands and the Devil here, and then we have the Nine of Wands and the Devil here, okay, in this twins energy. So I feel like this is more about them persevering. We have the Six of Cups in reverse, and I know these card meanings mean certain things to certain people, but I just go with what's coming into my brain when I look at the card. So the Six of Cups is normally about nostalgia, looking into the past, deep soul ties, deep soul connections. This, to me, is somebody who's sort of trying to, I feel like they're no longer glamored by the way things were in the past. So if they're with somebody and they keep reminiscing about all the good times, I feel like they're being shown that things weren't as good as they thought they were. And then we have, again, the Nine of Wands, the perseverance card, okay? Using each of your experiences to persevere. But they're a little bit tired. They're a little bit exhausted. They keep going back and forth. You know, do I stay? Do I go? What do I do? What do I do? But we have the dependence card, codependency on the bottom. Okay, yeah, and we have the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, inner conflict, needing to make a decision, okay? Not really being clear on what they want. And it's because they have certain lessons that they need to learn about why they want those things in the first place, or why they wanted whatever they have now in the first place, okay? All right, what's on their mind right now? Well then, yeah. Okay, so we have, so we have the Sun, okay? They want to be clear. They want to get clarity. They want to be happy. On the top though, okay, what's on their mind? We've got the Queen of Swords, okay, Libra, Scorpio energy, and we have the Knight of Swords, okay? And the Knight of Swords is a truth bomb card. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which can be motherly energy. It's definitely feminine energy. There is sharp words, very critical, very calculating. Perhaps the person, the Nine of Wands is Sagittarius energy, and the Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. I feel like some harsh truths were spoken, maybe. Yeah, like I just feel it's very, very fascinating to me, because there's definitely some interference here. And I'm seeing a mom, perhaps it's a mom or a feminine energy that's sort of like, you know, backhanded compliments or like emotional manipulation, making them feel guilty so they do what they want. But being like, you know, I'm just trying to help you, and you know, you keep shutting me out and blah, blah. Like, it's just, but there's a realization with that. There's this realization with being like, okay, this is not okay. This doesn't feel right. I I didn't actually do anything wrong. So it's sort of, I mean, it's tough to know that they're going through this. Okay, it's tough to know they're going through this, but know that they're going through it so that they can be more awake and more aware of their situation, and then be more confident in themselves. Okay, so how are they feeling right now? How are they feeling in their emotions? Yeah. Okay, oh, we got three. We got three. Yeah, again, Knight of Wands. Okay, so back and forth energy. We've got a couple page energy though. We have the Page of Swords, which is air energy. We have the Page of Wands, which is fire energy, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. I just feel like because the Knight of Pentacles is sort of like being an individual, being independent, feeling good about yourself. I feel like this person hasn't really had that opportunity in life to really feel like, I feel like everything they've done, someone has taken credit for to some degree. Like, oh, I helped you with that. Or and I feel like they're kind of like really wanting to move into this. Sorry, there's cars coming. Into this place of feeling very self-sufficient. And I think that because the page energy to me is awareness, being aware of self. I think they're really starting to be aware of how they're thinking about things, how they're seeing things, how they're feeling about things, and how closely it aligns or doesn't align with their concept of what they want for their reality. They want to be independent, but what they're living right now does not align with that. Okay. In the extended version, we talk about what they're actually dealing with in the physical, as well as how they're viewing you and the connection. So we're going to look at what is healing and evolving in the connection right now for the two of you. Yeah, look at that. Okay, yeah, we've got surrender. So I feel like this is more for your energy to surrender, the need to control things, the need to think that there's anything you can do that will mess this up or speed it up or make it better. All you can do is really make it better for you by healing yourself and loving yourself. We had the blame card, but it was in reverse, okay? So I accept responsibility for my well-being, and one of you is having a difficult time doing that. And I feel like, sorry, this is what happens. I kind of burp a little bit when stuff is confirmed, but I feel like this is more of this twin right now. They're still in a place of blaming other people. And it makes sense if everything in their life was a result of other people, then so are their feelings, right? But there's awareness around that, and it's coming forward. And then imagination comes up a lot. So I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. What I get a lot from this card, Gemini, is to be mindful about where your imagination is taking you, because if you are the predominant feminine energy, your ability to manifest is very powerful. And so if you want to manifest worst case scenarios or all these horrible things, it's going to come to fruition. So my advice in this particular aspect is to imagine the best case scenario for all involved, okay? Out of love and with the intention of love, okay? In the extended, we talk about what you can do right now to help yourself get through these energies. We talk about how they want to move forward with you, near future outcomes, and a message from their higher self, okay? Well, I'm going to leave off with the a fairy guidance card. Oh, okay, we'll take that one, I guess. They were not messing around. Ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Are you taking too much responsibility for this situation? Are you burdening yourself with trying? And honestly, the feminine energy absolutely paves the path, but you get to do it at your pace and what makes you feel good while you're doing it. You don't have to do it based on someone else's concept of what your connection should be like. This is your path, and you get to do it the way you can do it, with ease and grace. You can do it if you can take as long as you need to. You're not going to mess anything up. Time, I get it. I struggle with time too. But time is fluid. Okay. We never really know how quickly things are moving. in the energetic realm, right? All right, so I hope that this has helped you. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light. If you seek more guidance on a collective, please join me on Patreon or on Instagram at Candy Wishman. Have yourself an amazing day, Gemini.